この予選でトップに躍り出て、そしてファイナルデーを迎えたい。さあアイルトン・セナが行っています。1コーナーを過ぎての下りからバックストレート。
去年よりここの区間のスピードは出てますね。
ああ、そうですか。
300軽く超えてますから、
はい、
やはり RS6 のその狙いのね、軽量化、そして、高回転化、燃料給油、明日のレース使えるんでパワーアップ志向に、エンジンになるだろうと言われてるんですが、それが若干もう感じられるところですよね。
その今話のありましたニューエンジンの RS6 ですけれども、はい、こちらはどうなんですか？
このニューカーに組み合わせて2月の下旬からデビューしてきたわけですが、はい、マイナスですね。
そうですね、シューマッハの区間タイム上回っています。1秒5、1秒5上回っています。
インフィールドでこれだけですと、はい、これはもう逆転でしょう。
そうでしょうね。ここから先はパワーが要求されます。さあセナ、シューマッハを抜いてトップに出る構えは出来上がりました。ずっと上りが続く最終コーナーからホームストレート、火花を散らしながら今コントロールライン通過、1分16秒129。ここでまたシューマッハをコンマ1秒上回りました。さあセナシューマッハ対決、予選の前半から火花を散らしています。
Are you sentimental about the records that you have and what you've achieved? If Sebastian or whoever it is down the line breaks them, how do you think you'll feel?
First of all, I would be pretty happy for Sebastian achieving this one, because a friend of mine achieving it, it stays in kind or in brackets in the family. And I always thought records are there to be broken. I mean, honestly, I didn't have statistics in my mind when I was racing. It was always a consequence. It was a nice consequence. I enjoyed that afterwards, but it wasn't the reason I was racing for. There's no reason why the limits I set will be different at one point, because the whole environment changes. I mean, in the past we had 16 races, now we have 20 races, so it's more easy to win more races in a season. There's various statistics that run around, and people arrive a lot younger in these days in Formula One, so they have a longer time they can probably spend in Formula One. There's all sorts of things that do change, so it was different obviously with Fangio and myself, because you cannot compare his 5 title to the 7 that I have achieved, and therefore I always made it clear that I think those achievements that Juan Fangio was able to achieve in his time, I think they are so unique, so special. Because if you look at the cars, and I have been occasionally sitting in those cars, I mean, I have the greatest respect on earth for what those guys were doing at the time.
Do you think that Sebastian is almost in your seat now in terms of how the German public and media treat him?
He is obviously doing his own theme, and he does it with his own character, and therefore I don't think there's ever going to be a full comparison possible, but it's probably one that is very close.
Is fast. Remember, we're on race fuel, doing 190 miles an hour down to turn 1. Brake down to just 80, but don't try and take too much speed through there. You can only lose more than you can gain. 2 is easy then, and out of the way. Just gently womble across the road to the left-hand side for turn 3. 190 again, down to just 50. Try and hook it right as far as you can. 4 is immediately ahead of you. 70 miles an hour. The curb on the right halts the slide. Turn 5 a sweeper. Just a slight lift of the throttle. Traction control cutting in. Now a left turn into a braking zone for 6. Down to 70. 7 opens up nicely. 8's a sweeper between the 2 walls. Up to 175 miles an hour for turn 9. Brake a bit earlier on the bumps. Touch the curb on the right-hand side. 10 is very easy for a man of Michael Schumacher's skill. Ignore those solid white lines as you build up to over 190 miles an hour. You're looking for a tiny curb for the entry point to turn 11. There it is. Sweep through right. You'll just squeeze on the curb on the outside, some understeer there. The Ferrari just losing a touch of time. Now then, turn 13, 180 down to 70. Pretty easy on the exit. This next corner's more tricky. Let's see this. And really fighting the car on the way in. Always low grip through there, braking hard into this tiny little hairpin. Turn 15, keeping as far left as you can. And that is absolutely mighty through there. Just the merest lift of the throttle, and the car just can't wait to get down the pit